Nerf this!
Hey guys, welcome back to Clash with Corey. If you liked the video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, turn on that notification bell. Today we're going over a war recap, CWL Invite Season 5 between WHF North Watchers. Just ended yesterday, and WHF came away with the win on this one, a 1-star victory, 117 to 116. With that, I'm going to jump right in, and I'm going to start playing Town Hall 12 Triple by Wise Man, and then we're going to take a look at stats while that's playing in the background. So, start out with 10v10 stats. We shot at 56% hit rate at 10v10, and North Watchers actually shot a 58% hit rate 10v10. So, Town Hall 10s on both sides were doing great, had a great war. 11v11, our 11v11s had a 55% hit rate. That is an awesome 11v11 hit rate, and what that did was it cleared all the Town Hall 11s and allowed us to use all of our Town Hall 12 hits on Town Hall 12s, and that's what brought home the victory for us on this one. Alright, North Watchers shot a 36% 11v11 rate. They started out pretty hot, and then they had some real trouble with the rest of our bases, so ended up finishing with just a 36% hit rate 11v11. 12v12 hit rates, not great on either side. We managed to clear one Town Hall 12. They also managed to clear one Town Hall 12. I gotta say that third Inferno and the Tornado Trap have definitely done their intended purpose in keeping those 12v12 hit rates down to a more reasonable level. But that being said, we ended up bringing home the win on the 1-star victory there. It would have been tied, and we would have just had it on percentage, except they were in a position towards the end of the war where they had a higher percentage on a Town Hall 11, and so they had to try and go for a 12v12 triple to have a chance at getting the victory on percentage, because we were up by 1 star at that point, and they only had 1 attack left at that point. So worth noting that very, very close war the whole way through, just like pretty much all of our CWL invite wars have been this year. Makes for a really fun time. If you're interested in watching live streams and stuff like that, they're good ones. They'll keep you on the edge of your seat. So far, all of our wars this year have been crazy close. So Wise Man finishing up the triple on this Town Hall 12 there. The walls don't look like much, but if you look at those defenses, this is a heavyweight Town Hall 12, definitely. Let's speed it up to the end there. Worth noting, hey, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and definitely turn on that notification bell as well. If you get a chance, check out the details below my videos. I've got good resources for you in there. I've got links to my Discord server if you want to hang out with me. I got links to WHF's recruiting Discord server if you're interested in joining the WHF family. Also have links to WHF's live streamers, so if you want to see some of these crazy close endings on these CWL wars that I'm recapping right now, give our live streamers a follow and check that out in real time. Fun stuff. So Hex is going to come in on this 11v11. Oh, I don't know if I mentioned, I got one 12v12 this war, which we already showed. I got 2 11v11s, and we're going to show 3 10v10s this war. This one's Hex coming in. Beautiful queen charge on this base. Now, you don't see a queen charge hog attack with a blimp very often, but that blimp has a very specific purpose. He wants to charge his queen down into this channel right here, and he's going to use the blimp to take out this single target Inferno. It can't be reached from either of those sides with the queen, and trying to break this wall in here where it's reseated would be really, really difficult. So just going to use that blimp to take out that single target and whatever else in there it can get. But the single target is the important thing. That way his queen can keep charging down there nice and safe. There comes that blimp, getting it in there with plenty of time before... Oh, wow. And I think he took into account that sweeper, the angle that sweeper was going to push it back too, because he didn't have it aiming straight at that single. He had it over to the right just a little bit, so that if the sweeper pushed it over to the left, it would be right in line with it. Very nice, very calculated there. Enemy queen is down at this point. Enemy CC is out. He's got a poison on that CC. Is he going to bring in a rage pretty... Oh, he is out of rages at this point, but he does go ahead and pop the ability. just kind of get on with the rest of the attack. But you'll notice there's not a lot of heavy defenses left in there, so the queen should do just fine with her healers in here, especially with the hogs coming in to back her up. Coming into contact with that eagle fairly soon in the hogging. Very nice. Oh my gosh, look at that tornado trap. Sent him spinning for a while so he goes and gets a heal spell down on him. Queen's in there beating through a wall, but eventually she's going to get through that wall and take out that bomb tower. Very, very nice. He's only got one heal left at this point. She's going to use it right there in between all these defenses. Hopefully cover them when they come back over to get those Teslas as well. Looks like there very well might be a giant bomb between those Teslas. Yep, sure enough. So tons of hogs coming to this last section. Sure enough, the queen took out that bomb tower in the middle, so they don't have to worry about ending on a bomb tower. That would have been rough, because they got a lot of Skellys on them right now. They might not have survived that. Granted, with cleanup already going, might have got the hit probably anyways, honestly, because the base is pretty much already gone. He had cleanup down right behind the hogs and kept adding it in at every opportunity. And so as a result, by the time those hogs are done with the defenses, there's only like 5 buildings left up. Beautiful, beautiful hit by Hex. Next, we're going to look at Dial's hit on number 9. Coming in with an Electron, a very light Electron right here. Just 1 clone spell. Remember, Electron's range anywhere from 1 clone spell to 2 clone spells is pretty common, and 3 clone spells is like extreme. That's where you're expecting to get most of the base with your Electron portion. But he's just coming in with 1 here. He's going to sway his heroes ahead of time, kind of get rid of that air defense there, and get rid of some of that other stuff as well. Very nice. King's locked on by that single, but he has ability popped, and he does hop out of it and survives to tank for that queen a little bit longer. Now coming in the blimp from the top section there. Gonna get harassed by that sweeper a little bit, but manages to get that clone spell down in the right spot and get that rage down immediately. Get those loons clearing out those defenses and traps that would otherwise take out that E-drag. And look at that. The loons get the queen on a drop. Nice bit of luck there. Granted, I'm sure the E-drag would have come over and gone after her anyways, but very, very nice. Now coming in from the bottom with Lalo, very heavy on that first section, makes sure to path several hounds right through those wizard towers, and has haste on that wizard tower section immediately, wants to get through it fast, doesn't want to let those wizard towers hammer on those big groups of loons any longer than necessary. Very nicely done. Pops Warden ability right there in the core for a group that's going in towards that last expo, and as soon as that ability wears off, he's got a heal in place there. This base is crushed. He did bring a Skelly spell, just in case his Electron did not get the enemy queen down, but it did. So he's still got a Skelly spell in his pocket. At this point, looks like he might swag it, but he's also got the, when you have a Skelly spell you don't end up needing for the queen, you've also got the option to use it to distract backside wizard towers. You could use it to distract, you could use it to take out an air defense. It doesn't really have any much other defenses around it. You could definitely use it for cleanup as well. If you got a side that's, looking like it's going to be tight on time, drop that Skelly spell down there and help with cleanup. So even if it's better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it for sure. And he does end up swagging it, doesn't need it at all. Very nice 11v11 by Dial. Now we're getting into 10v10s. Remember, I got 3 of those for you. Got Kevin coming in on number 22. Now this base, I saw this and I was like, did he forget to set a war base? He might have. So why are we showing it? Because this is a crazy cool attack. This is a Skelly spell right there to take out that CC, the Expo, whatever else was in that compartment there. All right, not quite gonna get the Expo, but gonna take out that CC right there. Now, usually with the Skelly donut, you see that and you just sui heroes on the outside, but he's going to send in his queen with the wrecker there to go ahead and take out the enemy queen and grab some more value in there as well. Get some funneling done before he even drops the queen. Doesn't want her to get distracted, wants her to get in there and take care of business. Now, he's already used up a lot of spell space on that Skelly donut. He had 4 Skellys, I believe, and a Rage. So you don't really want to Rage your kill squad in right here. If you can help it, you want to save some spells for your Lalo portion. So instead of bringing Valks in that CC, he brings a Max Golem. Max Golem is a lot better if you don't have the spell space, because it just tanks in front of the Queen and gives her a ton of time to get in there and do a bunch of damage, which she is doing very, very nicely. So took out a huge section of that base and didn't even use the king yet. That was just a wrecker with a Max Golem and the Queen. So slowly carving out this base. Now he's going to come in with this Lalo. Going to start that. And remember, he hasn't used his king yet. This was a second try on this base. King had the plan, and the first hit, it would have worked, but it had a nasty Tesla farm over on the right. And that's where you're going to see him use his king to go ahead and tank that Tesla farm and help take it out. Because that was really the only thing that kept this base from getting freshed by this attack on the first one, was that Tesla farm. So really nice adjustment, using the king over there to take it out, tank through it, and just makes a nice, easy rotational Lalo around the rest of this base. He's still got a haste, he's still got a heal. Gonna haste that core group into that last section and use that heal, covering that area that's full of defenses and definitely covered well. Look, Red Bomb, Wizard Tower, very nice heal there. Those loons would have been hurting, if not dead, if they hadn't been in a heal for that Red Bomb, Wizard Tower combination. So very nicely done. We'll speed through the rest of this. Crazy attack, man. Skelly Donut with a split hero. Wrecker entry for the Queen. Wild stuff. Love it. Love it. Now we got Vince on number 23. All right, this is a very nice Queen charge. Look at that. That's like 10 or 11 goblins coming down to take out that town hall just really, really quickly. Remember, they do bonus damage to resource buildings, which the town hall is. So out of range of any mortars or anything, really good option for getting rid of that. They're also going to come in with a little bit of tanking from that giant. Also get that gold storage as well. Huge hit point buildings there, taken out by 11 goblins and a giant to make a really nice funnel for this Queen Walk. Dangerous Queen Walk right here. This edge is really covered well by the air defenses, but he placed them off to the side so that by the time they take a couple shots from that air defense, the Queen is already on that air defense, and it gets taken out before it manages to take out a whole healer. Look at that rage. Puts it over to the side because he knows his Queen's going to be walking that way. He doesn't just want to use it right there. He wants to use it for that wall break and for some additional Queen charging as well. So beautiful rage placement there. Uses the King just to kind of set the funnel. Has the double wall break in. Enemy CC came out. It's kind of getting sidetracked on the King. That's all right. Now he's going to get the poison down on him. Got that sweeper kind of fighting his healers a little bit, but really not an issue because that Queen's already taken out most of the point defenses in that area. Getting ready to come into contact the enemy Queen right now. Worth mentioning, this was a fresh plan made by Emiliano. You guys know he always hits fresh. And beautiful, beautiful attack. Got really close, 97. But still, this is a really, really tricky Queen charge to replicate. A lot of subtle things there that could be very difficult. And Vince managed to come in with a beautiful cleanup on it. Very, very well executed. Very clean. You know, if you need a Queen charge perfectly replicated, you want it to be done by Vince, Lex, Hex, or Dan. Those guys are all monsters with Queen charges. So much skill in those 4 guys, it's not even funny. Alright, this base is wrecked, so I'm going to fast forward through the rest of it. That's going to bring us into our last 10v10 triple that we're going to show in this recap. Going to be done by Dan on number 31. This is one of the guys I was talking about that you want to do a Queen charge. Man, precision. Look, you'll see what I'm talking about. He's gonna walk his Queen down right here. There's gonna be an area in here where she has like 4 or 5 point defenses on her, plus the enemy Queen, plus the enemy CC, and he's gonna get through it without having to pop the Queen ability, just by perfect timing on all of his spells. Obviously going to rage the queen, obviously going to use a poison, also going to get a freeze down on the enemy CC and queen at the same time, just because that's too much damage to get through without an ability, without a little bit of extra help. And he uses a freeze perfectly to help that poison, help that rage and healers, to get her through that section without having to pop ability, because right after that she's going to come right into range of the single target Inferno. So if you have to pop ability early, here we go, here comes that part. All right, poison, freeze, rage, beautifully done. Allows her to get some damage in on Baby Dragon, Valks, all that sort of stuff, and that way she gets to save her ability for that single target Inferno off there to the left. Gonna come in, look at on the upper left there, I got a Wrecker coming in. I mean, yeah, it distracts the defenses. Main purpose is to distract that king and break the wall so that he can get his BK in there to kill that enemy king. Really, really nicely done. Tell you what, when I was looking at this base, I wasn't thinking Queen Charge Hogs, but man, he found a way just to do it with precision. Very, very nicely done. So if you're looking at a situation where you want to hog a base, but you got a king on the backside, maybe consider, I mean, if you have a Wrecker, you know, if it's a Queen Charge type attack where you still have a Wrecker, you didn't have to use it on the entry. I mean, you could definitely look at a king trade if he's accessible on the outside of the base, but if it's a Queen Charge, use your Wrecker to break your king into that section. Very, very good idea there. This base is wrecked. Got a healer transfer over onto the Hogs. Honestly, it didn't matter at that point. The healers could have stayed on the queen. He still would have been fine. He had plenty of heals to get through the base. You know, they could transfer the Hogs and also, obviously, just fine. So, very, very nicely done. And that is it. That's the end of the 6 attacks I've got to show you guys on this one. It was an excellent war. Good game to North Watchers. Like I said, very close, well-fought war on both sides. We managed to fire on all cylinders this war. Our Town Hall 10s, Town Hall 11s had great wars. Town Hall 12s, you know, they did, you know, honestly, we were really close to having a second 12v12 triple. It was just a time fail. So those Town Hall 12s definitely got quite a bit harder. We're seeing that. That third Inferno and that Tornado Trap and base building, incorporating them all into there, it's definitely a lot more difficult. So I'd say we had a really great war all around this week, and looking forward to doing it again next week. Hope you guys liked the video, and I'll see you in the next one.
Nerf this!